My first guest joining me in studio is Mr. Dean Janes. He is the CEO of Imaging3 Incorporated. IMGG is their stock symbol. Dean, good to see you again.
Good to see you too, Don.
Now, I think it's important to point out to our audience that MoneyTV does not have a contract with Imaging3. We're not being compensated in any way, shape, or form for this interview, but we have had you on the program many times in the past few years. And it occurred to me that from the standpoint of MoneyTV's journalistic integrity, I'd like to know what's been going on with the company since the last several months that we've last seen you. So the floor is yours, Dean. Please bring us up to date.
Well, thanks for inviting me, Don. I really wanted to be on the show, and I have been on several times in the past. But let me start off by saying, if you don't know, that Imaging3 is in Chapter 11. I'm not on here to solicit votes or for anything for the Chapter 11. I'm not here to solicit for money or solicit, period. I did want to, get on this show and, let people know, one, if they don't know already, that we're in Chapter 11. And, visit our website, imaging3.com. There's an icon in the lower right corner that says Chapter 11. Click on it. You can find our filings and everything. There was a newsletter that we just put out recently, March 1st, kind of gives some explanation. We put even some FDA material. We have our FDA NSE letter back 2010, I think, we put on the website as well. Okay. So there's a lot of good information, and I want people to follow that information if they've gotten lost and not knowing what's going on, what updates that are out there. Our website's got great material on there for that.
Well, and that's the reason I wanted to have you on the program, and I picked up the phone earlier in the week and called you, because there's been a lot of information and lack of information and misinformation, perhaps.
I know.
And I'm sure there are people, frankly, who became shareholders or considered becoming shareholders, and maybe they felt their investment is gone, their investment is lost. There are probably people that sold and lost money, and people, I'm sure, are very upset. And I wanted to get this information on the program so that you could basically come on and say, here's what's going on.
Well, absolutely, and I really appreciate that. And it's IMGG by the way, and the Q is to describe bankruptcy.
Correct.
I can't really go into the events that got us here, but we ended up having to do a reorganization, unfortunately, and it's been a tough 6 months. I think it was 6 months that we filed, and there's a light at the end of the tunnel. We're going through this process. We're just in court this week, setting some dates, and it looks like May 21st we're going to have a hearing, to discuss the plan and hopefully approve the plan, of reorganization, and we can get this company back on track to where we wanted to get this product into the marketplace. And it's been tough being energized, going through this process, because, we've had, I've been on the show and all the issues that we were going through for the FDA, and, I think, it's been an interesting ride. It's been an interesting event, going through all the processes and, getting this, trying to get this product through the marketplace, and, we've built a great following, and I just didn't want, there's going to be misinformation on the internet, it always is, but I definitely want people to be directed to our site. Check out our newsletters, check out, the bankruptcy, filings that are there. If you can't sleep at night, there's some wonderful stuff to help you sleep, and lawyer ease, but there's a lot of information.
Once again, the website is imaging3.com. Imaging3 is a company, IMGGQ. Of course, Q denotes having filed Chapter 11. Dean, I really do appreciate you bringing on and filling us in on what's going on.
Thanks for having me, Don.
Take care.
You too.